Shalom, shalom. Good morning, Mishpacha. I always do that. All right. Well, this is awesome. Daniel, Alicia, good morning. Roblin, how are you, brother? Have you started your security job yet? Greg, good morning. Brian, good morning to y'all. Roblin, probably be good evening to you. Tamara, good morning. Well, it's funny because I kind of, as you guys know, I have the YouTube page set up for, story time with Yah, with reading the Psalms every morning. And so I was kind of going through the videos, not watching them, but just making sure everything was looking good. And if you look at day one, just seeing the picture that's on that video from the YouTube page to now, you see my beard just get longer and longer and longer. So this is day 111, Psalm 111. How awesome is that? That is cool. So good morning, everybody. All right, Boker Tov. All right, so we got a short chapter again. Day 111, Psalm 111. I will praise. I'm gonna see if I can read this without my glasses. It's only because the lighting's really bad. Usually I don't need them. I will praise Yehovah with my whole heart, in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. The words of Yehovah are great, studied by all who have pleasure in them. His work is honorable and glorious, and his righteousness endures forever. He has made his wonderful works to be remembered. Yehovah is gracious and full of compassion. He has given food to those who fear him. He will ever be mindful of his covenant. He has declared to his people the power of his works, in giving them the heritage of the nations. The works of his hands are verity. The works of his hands are verity and justice. All his precepts are sure. They stand fast forever and ever, and are done in truth and righteousness. He has sent redemption to his people. He has commanded his covenant forever. Holy and awesome is his name. The fear of Yehovah is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all those who do his commandments. His praise endures forever. You know, that last verse right there speaks volumes. Verse 10, the fear of Yehovah is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all those who do his commandments. His praise endures forever. Well, you know, you can't help but think about the fact that all throughout the Torah, all throughout the Tanakh, and all throughout the Brit Hadashah, there is one, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent theme that goes throughout the scriptures. Yah tells us in so many different ways. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you obey my commandments, you will be a special treasure unto me. If you obey my commandments, it will be health to your bones and strength to your flesh. If you keep my commandments, I will bless the fruit of your womb. If you keep my commandments, I will bless the fruit of your body and the fruit of your produce and the fruit of your fields. And I mean, if we were to write down every single verse from the scriptures, from Genesis to Revelation, there's probably, I would guess, between 100 and 200 verses, and that's just guessing off the top of my head, of either blessed or how you'll be blessed, or if you don't keep his commandments, how you'll be cursed. And then ultimately, the final thing, Revelation 22:14, which is one of my favorite verses to quote, it says, "Blessed are those who keep his commandments, for they will have access to the tree of life and be allowed to enter into the city." That says, blessed are those who keep his commandments. And that's what everything's about. Everything of what Yah gave us, everything of what he's done for us. And the only thing he asks in return, obey me. Obey my word, and you will have everything that you need, and some. Obey my word, I will bless you. Obey my word, I will protect you. I will keep you safe. And all of these things. And that means us doing what his word says, the way he says to do it, serving him faithfully the way he says to, not the way we think we should. And so when you look at, Yah promises to be faithful to those who walk in obedience. He has given food to those who fear him. He will ever be mindful of his covenant. He has declared to his people the power of his works in giving them the heritage of the nations. All of this is for us just by being obedient. I mean, the Shema gives us that explanation all the time. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your Yehovah, your Elohim, with all of your heart, with all of your might, and with all of your with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your strength. You shall love him. And what's the greatest way to show that we love him? By walking in obedience. Obey. Serve him the way he says to, without compromise. Without trying to find any way to cut corners, or I don't have to do this anymore, or this or that, or anything else. It says what it says, do what it says, and you will be blessed. And this is what Israel got in trouble for all the time. Because they would not adhere and stick to just doing what Yah said to do, obeying what he said to obey. They always had to keep adding or taking away from his word. And then they would mix in pagan religion and pagan practices and stuff like that. No different than what so many are doing today, both Messianic and the church. You got Christmas and Easter. You got Rosh Hashanah, which I'm talking about on the first day of the 7th month, which is actually Yom Teruah. And they call it the Civil New Year, which if most do their homework, will find out it comes from the Babylonian New Year. They adopted that practice when they were in captivity for 70 years. Hanukkah. Now, Hanukkah's not pagan. It doesn't have pagan roots. It's been turned into a holiday, and it's been declared to be a feast of Yah. It's not. It's mentioned one time in Scripture, in John 10:21, I think it is. It's just mentioned, but nowhere does it say that we have to keep it. Now, if somebody celebrates Hanukkah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that as long as people aren't declaring it to be a feast of Yah. That's where it becomes a lie, an adding to his word. But Yah keeps his word simplistic to us. Psalm 119, verse 130. The entrance of your word gives light. It gives understanding even unto the simple. It's that simple. We don't have to be scholars or Bible geniuses or seminary degree or anything like that for us to understand the word of Yehovah. How we understand it is a submitted, surrendered, and committed heart. A heart that walks in obedience to him. A heart that follows him and serves him with everything we've got. That is how we will be blessed. That's how his word becomes simple for us to understand. I mean, in verse 10, it starts out, the fear of Yehovah is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom is a gift. James chapter 1, I believe it's James chapter 1, says that anybody who seeks wisdom can ask for it, and Yah will give it to them generously. It's a gift. Now, we gain wisdom through experiences, but then there's wisdom that's beyond that. Much like the wisdom that was given to King Solomon. King Solomon didn't gain that wisdom from experience. That was given to him as a gift. Yah gave him wisdom beyond any king before him or after him of how to handle things. Yah gives us that same kind of wisdom in situations if we walk uprightly before him. But he says, he who asks, do not doubt, for a double-minded man will not receive anything. So wisdom, the fear of Yehovah is the beginning of wisdom. We should be afraid of him. Now the church and a lot of religions that claim to be of Yah and of the Bible tell us not to be afraid of God. Tell us we're to be bold going to him. Yes, we can be bold with fear and reverence. We can go boldly, because that boldness should be from the fact of knowing that you have faith and trust his word and you trust his promises. Not to go to him haughty and arrogant thinking, oh, he's going to jump when I say jump. That's not how it works. We can go boldly before him that he'll hear us, because he says, if you love me and obey me, I will hear you and I will answer you. Tells us that in Psalm 91. He says that those who love me, and let me quote it exactly real quick. Because he who has set his love upon me, this is Psalm 91, 14, 15, and 16. Because he has set his love upon me, first right there, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high because he has known my name. What is to know his name? His name's Yehovah. That's not knowing his name. Knowing who he is, knowing his character, having a relationship with him, that's knowing his name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. That's what it means. That is how we go boldly before the throne, and that is what it means to fear Yehovah. And then from that, a good understanding have all those who do his commandments. His praise endures forever. So those two things coming together is, one, coming before the Father, having the fear of Yehovah, which gives wisdom, and from that, walking in obedience to his commandments, which gives understanding. And in all of that, gives us blessing in him and in all of his ways. Amen? And so, Mishpachah, as always, as you go about the day today, go and read this chapter for yourself. See what Yah gives you out of it. But more than anything else, see what you need to have so that it will strengthen your walk. Ask Yah, what am I missing? Show me anything that I'm missing that would hinder me from being closer to you, from walking in obedience better, or that would hinder me from having that special kind of wisdom. Show me where I lack in fear of Yehovah. These are the things we should be seeking on a constant basis. But today, Mishpachah, I challenge you to do that. And as you go back and read that chapter again, study it out, ponder it, meditate on it, and whatever you're doing throughout the day, and let Yah fill you with understanding and wisdom in it. And so, for the next few days, 112, 113, 114. They're pretty short. 115 is... So the next 117 has 2 verses. That's going to be a really short one that morning. But next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, we hit Psalm 119, the biggest one. I think it's 176 verses. Yep. So that one's probably going to take me like 20 minutes just to read the whole thing, maybe 30. So I will be starting right at 6 as usual, but I'm probably not going to expound on it after I'm done, because I have to get into the office and get ready to head out on my route. But I'm really looking forward to doing that chapter. So, but this is, I've been loving this, because, I mean, today, we've been doing this 111 days, Mishpacha. And for any of you that have been here and a part of it since day one, you know, praise Yah. And then after, of course, so, I mean, we've got 39 days left. Still got over a month left before I finish the book of Psalms. And then after that, I'm going to go into the book of Proverbs. And then we'll see where we go after that. But I'm loving doing this. And it keeps me in the Word consistently no matter what, which I'm really loving it. So I hope you all have an awesome and blessed day. And I hope that you just walk in the joy and peace of Yehovah, and the fear of Yehovah, and the understanding of Him and His Word and His commandments. And I hope that you just be filled with His presence and with His Ruach HaKodesh. And by your faith and obedience, may Yah bless the work of your hands at everything you put it to do. And may you grow strong in Him and in all of His ways. And may your relationship with Him grow to be a personal, intimate relationship more and more. It's what we need. We have to have it. Amen. So I love you, Mishpacha. I love all of you. I pray Yah bless you. But most of all, Yah loves you. That's what matters the most. Yah loves you. Shalom, shalom.